Hello everyone! It is time for our favorite bunny, Xavier. Eulogy of Light. I think that's how it's pronounced. Destiny weaves its puzzle, with time as its pen. Let's go! Research
When time
facility.
and space meet as opposing currents, the strangest vortexes form amongst the stars. In legends known throughout the cosmic empire, the vortex is called the Interstellar Gate. Inside it, time and space no longer follow ordinary laws. Past, present, and future flow together as one.
Oh, so they're like merged. Interesting. The interstellar gate opens to reshape time and chains of destiny will break. New hope will clear away the cosmic dust and future's pages will part the mist. Those ancient verses echo in my mind. I motion for the scholar beside me to continue. With practiced ease, the scholar taps the holographic screen. A star map unfolds before us, and a red dot blinks on it. Found something?
The interstellar gate is more than a theoretical existence. This red dot, our current location.
Okay.
It's exactly where it will appear. If we can't find a method to control it,
then we could see the future.
We can even shape it.
Ooh, that sounds quite dangerous as well. As the newly crowned Empress of the Cosmic Empire, my greatest obstacle is Grand Elder CEO. He had advised the rulers since the old dynasty was established 300 years ago, and his power is only second to the throne. So whoever gets this will have immense power. When the old dynasty's last emperor died, one era ended and a new one began. No longer a regent, Sayo retreated to the Assembly of Elders. At least, that's the story told to the public. So it's not the entire truth. To be honest, even as the Empress, I often have to listen and abide by his will. CEO has always opposed researching into the interstellar gate, and he meddles in many of my decisions as well. So you want him gone? If I can seize the interstellar gate's power, I might be able to rid myself of him. Whoa!
Your Majesty, look!
I raise my head and follow the scholar's gesture to the window. There it is. Black and golden swirls flow. They twist together and surge outward in endless waves. Unreal, indescribably strange. It's as if an ancient legend is slowly waking up from its long slumber. There's another violent tremor. The black and gold waves fuse. This is very calming music. Very jazzy, very like I'm in an elevator.
The interstellar gate appears to be unstable. It can't stay open for long.
So, traveling here was pointless. Don't say that, listen to the music. Before I order my party to retreat to Allure, a speck of light appears in the vortex center. Something is crossing over from the other side. I mean, if it's Xavier, keep it. If it's something else, could be dangerous. A sleep and pop! Okay. Has to be. How could such a thing emerge from the interstellar gate? So this is how we meet up with him. Let's go. The rest of the legend returns to my mind. Radiant stars shall sail from the interstellar gate, and the unknown forges the path ahead. The lost will find their homeland, and the empire shall endure forevermore. The music is so good! Guards, lower the platform. Bring the pod aboard. I'll see what lies inside. Hopefully it's a beautiful man. After dismissing my attendants, I slowly walked toward the sleeping pod resting on the platform. It's a model that was discontinued 200 years ago. So it's from the past. A thin layer of frost covers the transparent window and faintly reveals the face of a man inside. Is it Bunny? He lies quietly in the cramped pod. His body and mind have been sealed by time. After studying the pod structure, I press the button to open it. There's a soft sound, and the hatch lifts. Oh, our sleeping beauty! It's Xavier! Sound asleep. Hey, wake up! The man remains unresponsive. Carefully examining him, I lean in. His features are reminiscent of a finely carved work of art. A profound serenity rests on his face. Glad you can see that, MC. And beside his hand lies a sharp sword. It glimmers with a cold light. These engravings only appear on weapons belonging to the old royal family. Now only Sayo carries a ceremonial sword with this pattern. So they're related. But who are you? Future husband? A royal sword, an ancient sleeping pod. I closely study him, and a single name bursts into my mind. Isn't this Xavier, the last crown prince of the old dynasty? According to the history textbooks, Prince Xavier formed an expedition team to venture into Deepspace 300 years ago. He sought out the interstellar gate. 300 years ago. And then the pod is from 200 years ago. Well, the model was. But tragedy struck on the journey. The entire expedition died, their remains vanishing into the endless cosmos without a trace. The royal family lost its brightest heir, while the monarch had to say goodbye to his most beloved son. Soon after, grief consumed him, and he died. Grand and Elder Seo, a distant relative and close confidant of the monarch, declared himself a regent after the monarch's passing. The old dynasty fell and a new era began. Xavier and the age he belonged to became nothing more than history. Yet I never expected to find him here. He's a man that rumors and history thought had died. Does this elder have something to do with it? I'm growing suspicious. Someone connected to Sayo. Could he be an unknown variable? Should I save him? Of course! Close and cast the pod back into space! Oh my gosh! That is the bad ending. Wake him up. Y'all. We have got to do it, but still. That's so cold. Emergency resuscitation? I mean, she knows HLR, right? The pod restores the temperature, oxygen and carbon dioxide to safe levels. I'll wait for him to wake up. Minutes pass one after another. The man inside doesn't stir. Xavier, wake up. I reach out to check his breathing. It's faint. Now you're gonna touch up on him as well? I move my fingers to his neck and check his pulse. Okay. As you should. His breathing and pulse haven't stabilized. Something's not right. So what can we do? Perform resuscitation. Use a medical robot for resuscitation. Empress, do you know how to perform this? Do you want to do it by yourself? I mean, it would be nice if she could do it by herself. I think for a moment before leaning down. His skin feels cold. My gaze traces the sharp lines of his jaw before drifting to his lips. Oh, that kind of resuscitation. Forgive me. No! Yo. Empress! I pinch his nose so that no air would. Before I can continue, a cold arm presses against my neck. The pressure is weak, but the warning is obvious. Xavier opens his eyes. He's like, I was asleep.
Impudent.
I move back and brush away. What a shame. What a shame you didn't get to put your lips on his. MC, you're quite wild. Don't overthink it. I only wanted to wake you up. Sure. He coldly stares at me and his hand grips the sword at his side. Noticing his movements, I shrug, smile, and pull out my firearm. If I were you, I'd set the blade down and politely thank the person who saved you. He just woke up. He doesn't know what you're about to do. You've been in stasis for too long. You won't be able to fight me in your current condition. Is that so? And if I wanted you to die, I would have killed you already. True, you would have cast the pod into space. The air grows heavy with a certain emotion. He hesitates before using his long sword to push himself up. He forces his weakened body to stand. Y'all, he looks so good in black, but in white as well. Xavier, where are you going?
When you address royalty, you should follow proper etiquette.
Well, she's also royalty. I raise my eyebrow and cross my arms. Are you saying the Empress of the Cosmic Empire should honor a commoner? Xavier stops in his tracks, the sharpness in his eyes softening into confusion. His gaze drifts from my finely crafted gun to the state-of-the-art starship's interior that we stand in. Then it lands on the ancient sleeping pod.
What year is it?
Cosmic year 649. Your dynasty fell 300 years ago. He's gonna be like, I've been asleep for that long? You're no longer a prince, and the empire is no longer the one you remember. Well, you can't just remove his prince status either. He lowers his sword quietly, Seconds pass. It seems as though he believes me.
Escort me.
You wish. You woke up cold and hostile. I'm already starting to regret saving you.
That's
Seems
not
like-
what I did. I have cryo-sickness because I spent too much time in the pod. I feel nauseous. Take me back to the Empire. I'm willing to...
Oh! Xavier's voice trails off and vanishes into the air before he can finish. Guess we have to carry him! His body suddenly loses all its strength, and he falls toward me without a warning. His cold face crashes into my neck. I try to steady him, but the impact pushes me back. I am where I want to be. The chair tips over. Xavier drags me down with him, and we fall onto the floor. Ouch.
Your Majesty, what happened?
At least, you know, it's comfortable for Xavier. On the ground, I push aside Xavier's tousled hair and let out a quiet sigh. She seems cutthroat in all of the cards so far. Close the doors. What happened today, along with this man's existence, must be kept a secret. Maybe she will try to use Xavier against that elder. We'll see. Several days later, a physical examination shows Xavier's body is mostly alright. The cryo sickness is real, so he needs time to recover. Yeah, because why would he lie about that? Uncertain of Xavier's true ties to Sayo, I took the time to contemplate my next move. In the end, I decided to quietly bring him back. I begin digging through the records related to the lost expedition team and search for any traces of the truth behind Xavier. The last transmission from the expedition reported heavy artillery fire after leaving the Allure galaxy. The assailants were piloting the Empire starships, and they used weapons only the Imperial military could possess. Who could command them and know the prince's exact route 300 years ago? Someone close, then. Aside from the monarch, only Sayo would have been capable of such a feat. So we might have a common enemy, is that what you're saying, Empress? I push open the door to the room. Sunlight spills across a blanket that forms the shape of a sleeping human. Xavier appears to be resting. I love this room. It's so beautiful. If I can spark his thirst for revenge, he'd be the perfect weapon against Sayo. Oh, she's very conniving. I clear my throat a few times. He doesn't respond. Yeah, she's very different from herself. Xavier? I pull back the blanket only to find pillows and clothes. Xavier is gone. Ah! What? Where is he? What is this? Where is he?
Your
Playing
Majesty,
a trick?
that gentleman said he doesn't like people near him and dismissed us. We don't know where he went.
He rules the palace now?
The secretary said he was your favorite, so we didn't dare to upset him.
My favorite? He's so cute. Speechless, I turn my gaze to the secretary.
My apologies, Your Majesty. You told me to find an excuse to hide him, so I...
Never mind. But this cannot happen again. Favorite what exactly? Bed warmer? Before the guards can track down Xavier, I return to my study to deal with the stack of royal decrees that require my signature. Sounds boring. But when I open the door, I sense something is amiss. The royal decrees on my desk have been tampered with. My hand flies to the gun at my waist, yet before I can draw it. Ah, Xavier.
Shh. Don't shout. It's me.
Xavier! He's so cute. Absolutely adorable. Like, how can you not like him? I swat Xavier's hand away and narrow my eyes. I would never swat that hand away. This MC is stronger than me. How did you get in here?
I walked in.
The guards let you stroll into my study?
Aren't I the Empress's favorite?
Is it now we should bring up Charlie? Or just casually drop another name? Because, you know, he's so cute when he's a little bit jealous. It's not like he overreacts or anything, he's just cute about it. Enough, stop talking.
I was also told that I'm the first one.
Don't you dare say another word! So it was like that, okay. Okay, that's what they meant. Okay, I understand. I cover Xavier's mouth and pin him against the wall. Well, this has happened before. Let's go, MC! Don't think you can distract me. Why were you going through my documents? Well, you might not be able to distract her. You can distract me. Xavier doesn't struggle or flinch. He calmly removes my hand.
I was looking for the key to the archives.
What do you want to do there?
I wish to find something that benefits you. I assume the evidence against your greatest enemy, Grand Elder Sio, would be useful.
Is that so? What are you talking about? I don't understand.
While I was resting, I heard you ask your secretary for records about my expedition. You studied every page that mentioned me or Sio. You kept me hidden in luxury, gave me the best physicians. You want me to be the blade that deals the fatal blow to your enemy.
He's quick! He's only been awake for a short time, yet he's gathered this much information. Perhaps he could actually be my sharpest weapon. I mean, he's always been smart. He's just a little bit clumsy. I smile and speak softly. You're in a hurry to look for this evidence. You care about the mastermind behind the ambush as much as I do. Your silence is enough, don't worry. If Sio was behind that attack, I promise justice will be served. Xavier catches my hand, steps forward and pulls me close. He lowers his head, his warm breath brushing against my hair. Xavier, what are you doing? Are we stunned?
Is it justice that you seek for me? Or are you consumed by your hunger for power?
About that, his deep voice seemingly caressing. Oh my god, I was too fast there. I meet his gaze and my polite smile widens. Does it matter? When he was the crown prince, he knew how to weigh his priorities. I'm almost certain he'll give me the answer I desire.
If our goals align, that's enough.
Indeed, so let us cooperate. I give his hand a squeeze and end the test between us. Yo, he's so pretty. Didn't you want to visit the archives? Come with me. This is starting out interesting. So, we're gonna be partners. The archives can be found in the west wing of the palace. It's the second room from the left along the gallery. Records from 3 centuries ago are too fragile. They're sealed away in alloy preservation vaults and stored in a vacuum. The archives only have a massive curved display where scanned copies can be accessed. I was gonna say assessed. That's another word. All the records are in the database. Xavier presses a button and the display hums to life. Hold on. All the records are in the database. You can search for anything you want. Okay. That would... It was too quick. And I really want to know what she said. His hand hovers above the table. Doubt and uncertainty flicker in his gaze as it flits between the screen and the table. He really must have done something. Sayo, I mean. What are you looking for? Some kind of evidence?
The control panel.
It's a touchscreen. Use your finger. I slide my chair closer to him and pull
You
up
have
the
my
military
thanks.
records. Before I move my chair back, Xavier types in a few words. Royal Skyguard. It's called the Imperial Division of Sky Security now. He's like a boomer! I love it! I love this.
Thank you.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Xavier is startled and quickly steps back from the display. Confused, I frown. Xavier points at the pop-up I have closed earlier. He's like, what's that? He's adorable.
Someone was calling you.
I freeze because I realize he's referring to the archival assistant. My lips twitch as I look away. That's the archival assistant. It helps you quickly search through the records. Artificial intelligence?
Oh. I appreciate the explanation.
I love this. I realized with painful clarity that 300 years isn't just a phrase. It's real. We'll teach you. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Oh, he's so cute. Boomer Xavier. Shall I help you adjust to modern society later? Sounds like an idea. Sounds like almost a date. I see what you're doing, MC. I see.
By later, do you mean...
At night? Or what? Tonight. Xavier is ready to refuse, but after almost deleting the entire database, he reluctantly accepts my offer. At night, a spacecraft quietly slips out of the palace. It carries me and Xavier to a street with restaurants and stalls around. This is such a cool place. I like this background. Very sci-fi. As we arrive, I make it fly low and slow our speed so that Xavier can take in the scenery. The clock strikes the hour, holograms shimmer to life around the square, and the theater posters come into focus. Oh, what kind of movies are there? Are we gonna go watch a movie?
The Royal Theatre shall present an epic of the era. The Lingering Sword will be premiering soon.
Do you want to see it? I heard the cast is spectacular this time. So cute.
What is it about?
It focuses on a prince who seeks revenge against his uncle. Is this what it is? I lean in and lower my voice as I tease him. Doesn't it remind you of what you plan to do? So maybe you'll get inspiration? But unlike you, this prince is brooding and indecisive. He's kind and idealistic, and unfortunately, it only leads to tragedy. No, that we cannot have. I summarize the play's plot. When I finish, Xavier looks at me.
Do you admire that kind of person?
Let's pick I do. Let's see what he says. I respect those sort of people. It takes real courage to stay true to yourself when fighting for power. Well, you could see it as that, or something else.
Yet his convictions destroyed him and everyone around him.
Xavier lowers his head. I wonder if he's thinking about who he used to be. Probably. That felt personal. Of course. Now choose a place to eat. This is the Empire's oldest, most famous hub for cuisine. It's been present long before I was born. What if he says, there's some cup of ramen somewhere?
It's undergone significant changes.
You could say. You've been here before? Y'all, I love his outfit. All
Yes.
of theirs.
Back then, there was only an inn for travelers.
Oh. Only an inn. Xavier points to a towering restaurant in the distance. Where their restaurant used to be?
Let's go with that.
Okay. Above it hangs a huge sign which reads Flavorful Satisfaction. It's the restaurant's name. I wonder if it sounds better in Chinese. Only then do I remember that this is the all-you-can-eat barbecue place. It sparked this area's food craze. All you can eat, huh? I recall their famous tagline was something along the lines of... Does he know that it's an all-you-can-eat? We've been serving deliciousness for 300 years. It's so good that even the prince approves. Well, you picked it, Xavier. You picked it. Kitty cards music. Xavier, do their words ring true? As expected, all their slogans are fake. We'll see.
They didn't lie about one thing. Their barbecue is excellent. However, they weren't exactly happy to see me at the time.
Did you eat too much or something?
The
Why?
restaurant's owner found out who I was and begged me not to return. They said I ate too much. Making a profit was impossible for them.
Y'all, I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! That's so funny! Impossible. Xavier doesn't look like someone with a huge appetite. I don't believe you. Show me.
All right, I'll prove it to you.
Xavier opens his palm to reveal a small golden bead.
I brought enough to cover the cost of our meal.
Is that how he's gonna pay? A bead? Maybe it doesn't work now because MC is like, huh? I take a step back. 100 years ago, scholars discovered a planet on the edge of the Allure galaxy with gold mines. Their supply is inexhaustible. Xavier, you're in a different era. Gold isn't worth much anymore. Imagine that! He quietly slips the bead back into his pocket. In the end, we enter the restaurant that served barbecue. So how much did he eat? And do they remember him? Xavier ate with elegance for 2 hours without pause. With a knife and fork, he was slow yet steady. When time was up, he set down his utensils and walked out. The restaurant's owner looked relieved. When I visited at a later date, I discovered that they shortened the dining limit to 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's quite short though. Is it from when you received the food? Has to be, right? A month later, Xavier discovered something suspicious hidden among the endless deployment records. It already been a month. On the day of his ambush, several military starships had conveniently lost their warp logs due to radiation interference. Meanwhile, I combed through the medical records of past monarchs and found a discrepancy. I like that they seem like partners in crime, but more like partners trying to reveal the truth. In my royal bedchamber, I summoned Xavier and asked for a tray with intricate desserts. What kind of desserts are we talking about? Would be nice if the two of them bake together. Are you frustrated that we still haven't found definitive evidence pointing to the culprit?
Not necessarily. At the very least, the truth isn't impossible to find. You can voice your thoughts if you'd like. To have a troubled expression on your face. Do you think I'm unaware that something's bothering you?
Ooh. While you were reviewing the deployment logs, I checked your father's medical records. Sire regularly sent him tinctures during the time his health declined. The Grand Elder claimed they would improve his well-being. Well, this sounds like something from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
You suspect Sio murdered my father.
I nod. Xavier's expression is icy. It's
I
as
knew
though...
about those endless power struggles long ago. I had many reasons to find the interstellar gate. One of them was to avoid witnessing them tear each other apart. I never thought the first victims would be my comrades.
The air is heavy with silence. Nothing moves in the bedchamber. That must be heavy. Only a maid knocking on the door breaks the quietly brewing storm. Losing his comrades. Eat. I push the tray toward Xavier and dismiss the maid with a wave of my hand.
Did you have these made just for me?
This is a simple act of hospitality. I turn my head away. I'm the Empress. There's no need to coddle anyone. You're starting to like him! But if I admit this care is only for him, then the secretary's words about my favorite might actually be realized. He likes being the favorite.
Is that so?
I pick up the sourest candy on the plate and pop it into his mouth. How you like it? Xavier swallows it without harboring any suspicions. The sour coating wipes away his cold expression at last. Bite it. They're cute. They always have a fun dynamic. The sour shell cracks to release sweet jam. It coats his tongue with relief. Sweetness comes after bitterness. That's something we should also be thinking
It wasn't
about.
bitter, though. It was sour.
Well, true. True. It said sour, MC. I feel slightly annoyed. I try to comfort someone for the first time, and he doesn't even flinch. You tried. Maybe do better, Empress.
Are those words truly from your heart? Or is this one method the Empress uses to obtain loyalty?
Why would I use food to gain people's favor? I mean, it can work. I believe the road ahead doesn't have to be walked alone. We could be partners. After all, only you and I know how cold the throne is. Xavier falls silent, then he picks up a pastry from the plate and holds it to my lips.
In that case, we'll walk the road ahead together.
I bite down without any hesitation before using his finger to wipe the cream from the corner of my mouth. Yo, she got so much Riz! So what's your next move? You guys!
Strike first to make Sio expose himself.
With his diluted bloodline and lack of succession rights, Sio obsessively clings to his reputation. We'll give him a taste of his own medicine and ensure his schemes are recorded in history forever. That's Xavier's goal. After our discussion, we reached an agreement. On Sayo's birthday, we would deliver a gift he'd never forget. Prepare yourself, Sayo. We're coming. One month later, so it's
To
been
our
2
most
months?
esteemed Grand Elder Sio. Without him, the Empire could never have preserved its former glory.
So you say.
May your life be like the finest wine as it grows richer with every passing year.
Your blessings today will forever remain in my heart.
At the banquet, Sayo glows with pride. His hair is snow white, yet his voice carries strength. After exchanging pleasantries, he takes his seat. He directs a mirthful gaze toward me.
I heard your majesty has met with scholars to review research pertaining to the interstellar gate.
How much should
The
we tell him?
Empire's finances are already strained. We shouldn't waste resources on such matters.
Sounds to me that I should. Does the Grand Elder oppose it so strongly because of Xavier? It makes sense considering he's the Crown Prince who vanished while exploring the interstellar gate. Isn't that weird? Sayo freezes, then a wave of grief spread across his face. He acting?
Precisely. He was so gifted and principled. If only he were still with us. Alas.
Oh, I can fix that. I suppose I chose the perfect gift for your birthday then. I tap my goblet and the banquet hall slowly falls silent. Oh my gosh! Grand Elder, look! Who's that? The door open. Almost all the lights dim as spotlights from the ceiling. Oh, I was too fast. Ta-da! Under the dazzling glow, Xavier slowly steps forward. His gaze is cold and clear, and the sword at his waist glints coldly. Everyone freezes and holds their breath. The only sounds present are the ticking clock and his sharp footsteps. Each one is like a bullet being loaded. Xavier stops before the Grand Elder.
It's been a long time, Uncle.
Sayo's eyes widen. He remains where he is.
It seems my uncle has forgotten my face.
Xavier isn't dead. He was pulled into the interstellar gate. When we found him, he had been in a sleeping pod for 300 years. But now he's here. The room is chillingly silent. My passionate announcement doesn't receive a response.
I guess I've arrived at an inopportune time.
I would say it's the perfect time.
Not at all. How could you say that? I'm simply overwhelmed. This is the greatest surprise. Why, it's the best gift in the world.
With everyone's attention on him, Sayo steps forward with glistening eyes and embraces Xavier. Oh! He's such an actor! But the muscles in his cheeks never relax. I can't help but wonder how hard he's clenching his teeth. The guest's confusion turns into exhilaration. The applause crashes like unending waves against the shore. The first step of our plan is complete. As for the second, we shall see. Every year, Sayo's birthday banquet includes several members of the press. Seeing the spectacle, they eagerly navigate through the guests and urge Xavier to tell his story of returning from the interstellar gate. I think we should be a little bit careful about Sayo, now that he also knows that Xavier is alive.
I led an expedition team to seek the legendary interstellar gate 300 years ago. After departing, we stopped to resupply on a planet that's a loyal subject to the Empire. There we were ambushed. Dozens of starships descended on us in a coordinated strike. In the end, every member of my expedition perished. The cosmos swallowed their bodies. By sheer luck, the gate opened before me. I was pulled inside and survived.
Xavier looks at Sayo.
Those who ambushed us flew Imperial starships, and their weapons belonged to the Empire's military. Tell me, Uncle, who sent them?
The Grand Elder is momentarily speechless. The reporters notice the tension between them and whisper amongst themselves. Everyone, it's getting late. Let's bring the banquet to a close. I end the event at the perfect moment and let doubts and suspicions simmer in the hearts of the guests. Smart girl! Let them shake in their boots. That way we can perfect our mission. Xavier and I return to the palace. I already sent people to spread rumors. In 2 days, conspiracy theories will roam the streets. Also smart. I look out the window. At the palace gates, guards are escorting several reporters. Do you think Sayo left behind any evidence?
As far as he's concerned, my death was guaranteed. Why risk drawing attention by wiping the records? Doing nothing would be safer.
His calm expression remains as if he's speaking about someone else. I have been wanting to ask you. How did you survive the ambush? And how did you enter the interstellar gate?
At the last moment, someone helped me. They led me away from certain death and gave me a chance to live.
Who was it?
I'm still looking. I never saw their face, so their assistance was done with silent signals. If I see the same handwriting again, I might recognize it.
I suddenly recall Xavier flipping through the old handwritten files back in the archives. Y'all, I think it's MC. He must have been searching for a trace of the person who saved him. Well, aren't you loyal?
Without that person, I wouldn't be here.
Brings me back to his myth. A weight as heavy as a stone settles in my heart. Oh, she's jealous! She's like, who is this important person? That is not me. But it's probably her. If it is like in his myth. I don't remember what it was called. Lightseeker? Have you found them yet?
Almost.
Don't forget, I was the one who pulled you out of Deepspace. Oh, you're asserting your position, huh? Half the credit is mine. entire credit might be yours. Xavier reaches out, his slender fingers brush against my cheek and
Of course. I couldn't have survived without you.
A cool touch grazes my neck as a necklace settles against my collarbone. Its gleaming gemstone is reminiscent of a fallen star. Xavier gently sweeps my hair aside, his knuckles grazing my nape. He fastens the clasp. Do you want the
It
tassel
suits you
from
better
us?
than I had imagined.
Than you had imagined? Does he already know if it is her? I glance at the long sword on his hip. The jewel on its hilt is gone. Oh!
I had a necklace made, and this celeste tiding was set into it.
That gemstone represents your status as a prince, yet you're giving it to me? That's very symbolic.
I'm no longer a prince. Now it's only a keepsake that's accompanied me for years.
Give him a tassel!
The necklace has nothing to do with our agreement. It's simply a gift from my partner.
MC gave him a tassel, now he gives this necklace. Moonlight spills across Xavier's face. For a moment, his eyes shine as brightly as the celeste hiding. And that was also of a star. I touch the jewel that rests against my chest. It's still warm from his touch, and my heart races. She likes him! It's beautiful. I accept your gift. I lower my head to look at the necklace. It's cool to the touch, smooth, and has a unique design. Wait, where did you get the money to hire a designer?
300 years ago, I funded several institutes as they researched the interstellar gate. Now that I've been revived, they honored the contracts and paid me back.
Oh!
I was one of the founders.
I won't say you're unable to adapt to modern society again. He's smart. He's always been smart. The ambush involving Xavier and his expedition sparked rumors. There were whispers of betrayal and lies. In time, suspicion turned to Sayo. He could no longer sit still. One day, our informants reported that Sayo set off with his confidants. They were heading to the site where Xavier was ambushed. In our spacecraft, Xavier and I followed them. We watched the Grand Elder's spaceship veer toward an abandoned military base. The control room has a recorder that captured voices and various military operations. Even though it's been shut down, the data can still be recovered. That must be Sayo's target. Xavier nods and places a small communication device on.
Contact me if anything happens, and be careful.
Thank you. He slips out the vessel, using the base fast.
Good morning, Uncle.
Xavier, what are you doing here?
Can't we be here?
I'm here for the same reason you are.
This is fun. Oh. During their exchange, I pilot the spacecraft to circle Sayo and land in front of the control room. Let's see if we find something. Why can't I? Oh, there. The dome is draped with web-like cables, and the screens that once glowed now sit as blank, black glass. This looks darker than where they were. A thick layer of dust coats the main console, but the recorder remains intact. I restore the emergency power supply and attempt to log in, but the system denies my access. What now? The necklace, maybe? The base was decommissioned too early. My credentials were never entered. Do we have to contact Xavier, maybe? I'll have to remove the recorder and decode it later. Okay, so we can't use an item? On the recorder's cold casing, I notice a hidden grove. It matches my necklace's celestine. Yes. I've watched too much stuff, read too much. I know this. You had it. You had the key. Xavier knew what he was doing. In my ear, the confrontation between Xavier and Sayo comes through over the communication device. If it gets dangerous, we'll go save Xavier, right?
Out of all the places you could visit, you chose this one, Uncle? Aren't you worried about getting your hands dirty?
There's only dust. It shouldn't be difficult to sweep away.
A mocking laugh resounds. Xavier's voice melts into the night. Cold, sharp. It's aching to the shining light on the edge of a sword. Y'all, I love his laugh.
When I was a child, you brought me to this planet. Back then it was a royal hunting ground. Manticores were present as far as the eye could see.
My dear nephew, are you still bitter about how I accidentally left you here? I remember those monsters almost tore you apart. I'm sorry. I was the one at fault back then. I didn't properly take care of you.
You bastard!
Your apology is late. I'm curious. Are you trying to sweep away dust? Or me?
I think he means you, Xavier.
It's a shame you were fortunate. You survived.
Maybe I've been luckier than you ever since I was born.
Xavier!
Bloodline has always been a thorn in Sayo's side. He spent half his life pulling it out, only for Xavier to drive it deep into his bones again. That purple is so pretty. I wish I could see the Grand Elder's expression. It must be priceless. She's just sitting there like, oh, dang. Xavier, you're wicked.
Indeed.
I have the recorder, so I'll be leaving first. Keep him busy. Does he know
You're
we're
in
in your
a
ear?
different era, Xavier. You have nothing.
Oh, he has the Empress.
For 3 centuries, I've eliminated your supporters. They went to their graves and never knew why.
You bastard. I detach the recorder and return to the spacecraft. Taking off, I look back at Xavier. From here, I can't read his expression.
You have one foot in the grave, yet no crown sits on your head. You're the one who has nothing.
Exactly. Tell him, Xavier. The sky grows dark, clouds hang low, and the broken walls and bare rebar groan in the wind. Rebar? Rebar? No, I don't think I ever heard of that. As if echoing an omen, my spacecraft's alarm blares. Several unidentified starships. Something's not right. Sios reinforcements are here. We need to move.
Take the recorder and head back first.
I grit my teeth, leaving a partner behind to be a target of firepower. That's not how I operate. Uh-oh, battle music. I pilot my spaceship directly into their line of sight. As expected, they turn and unleash a storm of fire on me. I can't use the original route. I need to find another path. Amidst the violent turbulence, I remember the place where Xavier found the interstellar gate. It's inside this restricted zone. Ooh, I can only hope the gate that once saved him will shield me. But maybe you will be sent...
Why would you expose yourself like this?
Who would abandon their partner? The comm signal weakens. At last, I dive into the restricted zone and it cuts out. An unstoppable pull seizes my vessel. That breathtaking sight returns before my eyes. The one she saw in the beginning, right? Gold and black entwined like dancers at a grand ball as their skirts flare. Colors spin toward the vortex's center. But doesn't this mean that we can be sent to the future, past, present, everything? The spacecraft's power supply dies, and I'm dragged helplessly into the vortex. Or we're like in the present but in another dimension. Wish me luck, Xavier. The violent tremors tear my mind apart. When I open my eyes, that familiar starlight is gone. A formless void surrounds me. Maybe this is how she saved Xavier the first time. Am I inside the gate? But maybe you're not supposed to intervene, but she did anyway. The sight before me defies human understanding and breaks the laws of physics. Or maybe it was Jeremiah. Glowing strands made of gravitational forces weave together, forming countless shifting quadrilaterals. They're entangled in endless fields. Quadrilaterals. Okay. Time and space twist like mirrored fragments in a kaleidoscope. They bend, fold, swirl, and swell. This is pretty... The fields look like stacked screens, and inside each one is a flickering fragment of someone's life. Is she trying to find Xavier's? Space-time isn't bound by any law here. Past, present, and future have merged into one. Okay. So it is like that. They're merged. The Imperial scholars were correct. Weightless, I drift aimlessly. I don't have any sense of direction. But then, a single speck of starlight pierces the dim void. Is that the Celeste hiding from Xavier's sword? When I look down, the gemstone is still hanging from my necklace. Okay. I glide toward the shining field only to be stopped by the crisscrossing. In the distance stands a desolate forest. A boy grips a long sword. Oh, has to be Xavier. That's where the Celeste hiding was before he gave it to her.
Who sent you?
Is he talking to us? Or someone else? Can he even see us?
Once I cut off your head and deliver it to my client, you'll know.
Oh, you
A tongue
bastard!
that can't even flap properly doesn't deserve to stay in your mouth.
Damn! This has to be Xavier. This has to be Xavier. In the gloomy forest, only towering trees and I bear witness to the brutal clash. This must have been planned by Sayo. He wipes away the mixture of sweat and blood from his face. It takes 3 attempts before his trembling hands pull out his sword from the assassin's corpse. Oh. To have to defend himself at this young age. The boy scrubs the blade against thick bushes to clean it. Suddenly, the Celeste hiding trembles, and the sword shudders in his hand. Who's there? It's just me. He turns his head toward me, and I recognize that clear, piercing gaze. It's Xavier. So, she sees past Xavier right now, even though all of the timelines are merged. Does that mean that she can find adult Xavier here as well? If she just wanders? What happens if young Xavier would meet adult Xavier? This...
A figment of my imagination.
The sword stops moving. We aren't in the same time, nor the same dimension. Meeting each other is impossible. But y'all can hear each other. Okay. This is interesting. The boy drags his small, weary body away. He's no different from a lone leaf carried farther away by the wind. Y'all, she must have been the one that saved him. The one that he's talking about. A faint glow pulls my attention downward. My Celeste hiding is flickering. Telling us to go somewhere else? Are you trying to tell me something? As if it understands me, the gemstone pulls me toward another field. This card is also very interesting. Lucky me. I follow the Celeste hiding and travel through the scattered moments of Xavier's life. His past, his present, perhaps even his future, vast as the stars themselves, they're scattered across the galaxy. Blinding fire rushes in, and I spot a distinct field. Explosions shake the entire space station. This was 300 years ago, the day Xavier's expedition was attacked. From the gravitational strings, I see Xavier. This must have been where she saved him. Flames burns his clothes, and torn fabric sticks to bleeding wounds. Metal shards. Xavier! Stay calm. This already happened. I'm only a bystander. So will she see herself? Or it doesn't work that way? Because she needs to interact again. Xavier will be alright. He said someone helped him escape so he could reach the interstellar gate. Maybe she'll see herself. Or she has to actively do something about it again. I try to calm my heart while keeping Xavier in my line of sight. The last surviving expedition member is scared and crying.
Captain, are we going to die here?
Xavier steps over the bodies, shields him, and fires decisively at the assassin, heading straight for them.
Stay focused.
I search frantically, but I don't see any assistance. There isn't a silent signal. Uh-oh. Then I notice a gun's barrel hidden in the corner. It's aimed at Xavier's heart. I think she has to intervene. Either she's gonna appear, another version of her, that helps him. Okay. Yo, I'm really trying! You want me to tap? I am tapping. It's not working. And my screen is even more responsive now, but let's do this then. That worked. Xavier, behind you! So, she had to intervene. Because the other version of her doesn't exist, so she has to do the same. I pound against the gravitational strings in an attempt to break through. Even the smallest noise might be enough to get Xavier's attention. Let's hope so. The gravitational strings are tied to everything in the field. My strikes make them shake. Did he? Xavier hears them and turns around. My efforts save him. The bullet that should have hit his heart only grazes his coat and buries itself in the wall. But the second bullet cuts through the smoke and pierces the last remaining expedition member.
Captain! Run!
This is where he lost all his comrades. The expedition team member falls. Aside from me, there's no one who could help him. So it was always her. It was her. That must have been how it all went then. She must have gone through such a gate before. Because it was such a long time ago. But maybe she doesn't remember it. Maybe once you go out of it, maybe you don't remember it. Huh. We'll see. We'll see. Aside from me? In the firelight, Xavier fires his last round. Tossing the gun, he pulls out the weapon he has left. His sword. The necklace tugs me. The Celestiding's light grows brighter, and Xavier's sword trembles with it.
It's you. Again?
He said it! It is her! His gaze sweeps through the space station. Then, seemingly pulled by the gemstone, he finds my location in the field. He knows she saved him, or not saved him when he was a boy, but he has seen her as a boy, and now he sees her again. So this is where she saved him. And he remembers her.
Over 10 years ago, when I was in the forest, you were watching me. And now you've seen me at my worst again.
Oh, I finally realize where fate has been leading me. I'm an observer and a participant standing at the edge, while also being at the center. Fate is like a Möbius strip, a Klein bottle. There is no beginning, ending, inside or outside. Y'all, this card is interesting. The present me and him in the past. We're bound by one celeste hiding that spans space and time. This is a cool concept.
At the last moment, someone helped me. They led me away from certain death and gave me a chance to live.
I knew it! I knew it! Whom else than MC?
I never saw their face, so their assistance was done with silent signals. Without that person, I wouldn't be here.
Have you found them yet?
Almost.
He just needs the handwriting. Don't forget, I was the one who pulled you out of Deepspace. And you were the one who helped him as well.
Of course. I couldn't have survived without you.
He definitely suspects that it is her, or he knows. The words Xavier once said are like a key. Now they've slid into the lock called the truth. He realized that I saved him, but it wasn't the me from his own time. He knew. I need to help Xavier leave this place. I drift outside the field and explore the space station structure. Then I find a route where an ambush hasn't been set up. I tug on the gravitational strings, which move the tip of his sword. I guide Xavier toward a safe path. Artillery slams into the starship, aching to crimson scars. Cracks spread across its hull. I'm gonna take a water break soon and just check up on my cat. With my guidance, Xavier reaches the isolation chamber. The starship's only sleeping pod is here. Once the interstellar gate opens, he has to launch the pod and send it inside.
I still don't know who you are. Are you a human?
Well, are we? I grip the gemstone and tug on the gravitational strings to say yes.
So all you can control is this gemstone?
Xavier pauses, then he approaches a sand table and holds his sword above it.
Write out your message for me.
Oh, the handwriting! Pulling the gravitational strings does leave marks on the sand table. But they don't bend in the way I want them to. In the end, I only managed to scrawl out 2 crooked words. Gate, hurry.
Your handwriting. It can be a new form of art.
He has the time to mock me? Y'all, he's adorable. I love him. Like, how can you not like Xavier? Like, reading his cards, like, it's impossible not to like him. And they have so much fun together too. I love their dynamic so much. I protest by writing a giant X. Xavier looks at it and laughs. Y'all, this is so cute! It's genuine, and I'm reminded of the dawn on a wintry day. My tension and fear quietly fade. The isolation chamber shudders, and the interstellar gate's vortex appears. I shake the sword to signal that Xavier must leave.
We will meet again. I'll find you. It doesn't matter how long it takes.
I know you will. And I know you don't care how long it takes. We've seen that far too many times. He really does go through time and space for her. The sleeping pod door closes and seals itself. When the countdown ends, it's launched toward the interstellar gate. The destroyed starship has used the last of its energy, and it floats into the darkness of deep space. I turn back and see a blinding flash at the interstellar gate's center. Fields begin to shake, and the gravitational strings flicker in and out. Fragmented time shines bright and dims. Is the gate collapsing? What's happening? The necklace on my chest trembles violently. It pulls on my neck. Is it because of the Celeste hiding? Maybe even the interstellar gate, free from human logic, won't allow the same object to exist in the past and present. Oh. The collapsing force pushes me. It's as if countless invisible hands are trying to drive me out. Xavier, we'll see each other in 300 years. Guess we're back to the present. A flash as bright as daylight swallows my vision. When I open my eyes again, it's cast me back into space. Similar to how I was prior to entering it, I'm in my spacecraft. My hands grip the controls. Let's get back to Xavier! I'm far away from the restricted zone, and the enemies who chased me have disappeared without a trace. So, we must make our way back. However, I need to go get some water soon. What year is it now? What if I'm like Xavier? Was I thrown into an era that isn't mine? I stop wasting time and race to the Empire's border. The border starport looks the same. I let out a sigh of relief. But it's so quiet. But for some reason, it's strangely empty. Cloud World Starport is the Empire's largest starport on the border, yet there isn't a single merchant, spaceship, or caravan inside. Where are we back to? Okay, I'm back. Did I read this? I think so. Cloudworld Starport is the Empire's largest starport on the border. Yes, I did. Did something happen? I land and leave my spacecraft. I've only taken a step when guards surround me. Wearing a look of concern, Sayo emerges from the crowd.
Your Majesty, your absence during these past few days was worrying.
I only went out for a short trip. You don't need to make a fuss, Grand Elder. Sayo shakes his head. Exasperated, he looks at me as if I were a spoiled heiress. Let's pretend! Let's pretend! Better to play dumb.
Your Imperial Guard captain gave us a confession. Before your disappearance, the last person to see you was Xavier.
And?
He stayed in the palace, seduced you, and manipulated you. He wanted to drive a wedge between you and the Assembly of Elders.
Seduced, yes. Manipulated, no, that was me. Where's Xavier?
Xavier is wanted for putting the Empress in danger. His whereabouts are unknown.
Yeah, if anything happens to him, I will have all of your heads. Using his words, I slowly piece together what I missed. Who do I need to beat up? If Xavier is in trouble, y'all pray. Xavier and Sayo had already clashed at the military base. Any pretense of peace vanished. Why do I feel like he's locked up somewhere? After I entered the Interstellar Gate, the Empire had no leader, so Sayo declared himself the regent, just as he did 300 years ago. Grand Elder, you and I should talk. I'd like your opinion on something you might be interested in. I still have the recorder I got from the military base. He won't refuse. She's cunning. But the MCs in these cards, in this new banner, whoo, she's cutthroat. The data inside could turn the tide of this power struggle. That's why he rushed to intercept me. Inside Mothership.
Let's speak plainly. Considering the current situation, do you still plan to side with Xavier, Your Majesty?
Duh, of course. If you hadn't always put me in impossible positions, I wouldn't need to ally myself with Xavier. Ooh, I feel like she's trying to manipulate him now.
To always oppose your policies. It was a short-sighted move on my part.
Play him!
If Your Majesty helps me get rid of Xavier, I will give you my unconditional support.
So where is Xavier? Of course we can be allies. It looks like I have a choice, but in reality, I don't. For now, I have to play along. It's settled then. Play along until we know what to do. I don't want to see an heir with the old dynasty's bloodline either. Let's see how all of this turns. We know it's gonna be fine.
In that
but
case,
still.
will you entrust the recorder to me?
As expected, that's his real objective. I remain calm and smile. Of course, but the best move is to remove the threat directly. It's better to take a risky gamble than sit and wait. I must meet Xavier. The method I use is of little importance. She really wanna see him. Sayo looks at me. His expression unreadable. His eyes, however, reveal his suspicions. I have the recorder. It's only a matter of time before Xavier appears before me. I take off the necklace I'm wearing. This gemstone is a device we use to communicate. Have it appear at an auction. Xavier will show himself when he sees it. Well, it's gonna work, but the rest is up to you. I'm a little bit worried still. Sayo silently stares at me. I meet his probing gaze without fear. She's fearless. He grins and holds out his hand. It's very interesting having
Your
this kind
Majesty,
of MC.
I hope we have a good partnership.
For now. Yes, let us get what we want with it. I don't take his wrinkled hand. Instead, I shove the recorder he covets into it. I hope you know what you're doing, MC. Cloudwhirl Starport. Several days later. Sayo announced the auction as per my suggestion. Today, people will bid on the Celeste hiding. I touch my neck and remember Xavier's words. I'll find you. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Oh, I know he will. I hope Xavier understands what I'm doing. He does.
Your Majesty, the Grand Elder has a message.
What now?
He would like it if you stayed put. He has ordered men to attend the auction, and they shall capture Xavier.
No! We want to be there too! Understood. You're dismissed. MC, we need to be there! Afraid I'll ruin his plans, he's restricted my movements. So we have to move like an assassin in the dark. I pace back and forth in the corridor to shake off the unease in my heart. MC, I believe in you. You can't just stay put. You need to be active. Oh! Kindle
Celeste
moment!
hiding is missing! Level 1 alert! Watch out for intruders!
That was quick! Oh my gosh, oh my god, oh my god. Oh. I'm sorry, but from this perspective and that pose, you could tell me anything, I do exactly as you want. Nod. I'll be obedient. Oh, so
You gave
handsome.
away the Celeste hiding I gave you just like that.
But it worked. Wow, he looks incredible. Oh my gosh, he looks incredible.
They'll be here soon. What's the plan?
Hold on, the plan just flew out of my head because look at you. Like how can another thing occupy my? Act. Is the sword fight now? Y'all, the way her hand just... This time you did it yourself, MC. Not like in the Kitty Butler card, where Xavier took your hand. Oh, so cool.
Stop struggling. You can't escape.
Oh, this is too good. Y'all, this is too good. Wow, it's running so smooth. I really hope the recording is as smooth. Sometimes it's not. Ooh. So cool. But I love the way he was like, what's she doing? Okay, 2 points for me too. With the sword on that railing. She's like, I got 2 hits.
Do that and the Empire's mine. How are you so sure that I won't hurt you?
Oh, I don't care! If it's you, then I don't care. Y'all, look at him. We've seen this look before. Nightly rendezvous, anyone? We've seen this look. Y'all, he looks... Okay. Time to embrace. What are you up to? Oh, she playing.
Are you insane?
But y'all, this girl. Okay, girly, I know you like to bite. Well, this is Xavier's version, but Caleb's version of MC, she worse with the biting. So we've seen. Oh, he looks worried. Don't worry, boo. It was all a play to get, you know, a really good pose. I need that in my journal. In my photo album as well. You can hear the chomp! Yeah, this girl. Shameless. Love her. Although, be less conniving and less manipulative, okay? Then we fine. Main story, Xavier's MC.
You lured me here and... I won't let you walk away.
The Queen is over there! Quickly, hurry! On it!
Oh, I love this. I love this.
Your Majesty.
Oh.
You're all mine.
Fantastic. I love that. It just had such a Sailor Moon vibe. A starship carries Xavier and me away from the Cloud World starport. Y'all, the Kindles so far have been amazing. Can't wait to see Zane's and Silas's. How did you get your hands on a starship?
The founder of Operation Interstellar Gate has the authority to request starships.
Oh, Seeing Xavier's calm expression, I can't resist teasing him. Let's go. Oh. You kidnapped me without a second thought, but what you want the most... Is it the necklace? The recorder from the military base is still in Sio's hands. Right.
Didn't you already pull out the data chip from it?
I hope we did.
Back at the military base, I heard you unlock the hidden slot through the comms.
I'll have to remove the recorder and decode it later. Ah! I forgot that. On the recorder's cold casing, I notice a hidden groove. It matches my necklace's celestiding. Yes, I've said it too many times. So of course I got it a bit wrong this time. This... Oh, we knew. I examine the necklace closely and find a tiny clasp where the gemstone links to the necklace. I detach the stone and insert it into the recorder. The hexagonal shell unfolds to reveal the data chip inside. That's the data chip. You actually knew? Disappointed, I pull out the data chip and pout. Xavier sets the starship to autopilot.
You've already entered the gate.
I lower my head as he fastens the necklace around my neck. It carries our promise. Y'all, living deep space always makes me happy, but it also makes me cry.
No matter how long it takes, I will find you.
Of course. Otherwise, I never would have risked using this necklace as bait. I look into his eyes. Maybe tonight is the first time we've truly met. All these memories, a past only we remember. This promise spanned 300 years.
I kept my word.
You always do. My beating heart is aching to the ripples on the water surface. Stirred by the wind, they're restless and impossible to soothe. This isn't the first time I've seen his face from a distance. That's almost negligible. Yet right now, it feels different. Negligible. Negligible? Is that how you say? Perhaps these feelings had already sprouted, but before I entered the interstellar gate, I refused to face them. When I saw Xavier 300 years ago, covered in wounds, I never had time to hear my own heartbeat. But now you did, right?
You said what I wanted the most was the evidence of Sio's crimes. That's not true. What I want the most is a person.
Oh, we know. His hand trails the... Y'all, I can't read. You're bold.
I hope you can forgive me, Your Majesty.
Oh my gosh. Oh, he's such a cutie. Xavier's warm lips find mine and his tongue slips between... What? Dang! Hold on. Nobody else did this, right? Nobody... Xavier! Of course it is Xavier. Of course. Of course he's the one to be like, whoa. Yo. He's always a little bit extra spicy, like I would never have imagined. His breasts are aching to fire, they burn away my reason. Is this how you'll ask me to forgive you? Forgive me about what? Well, Xavier firmly grips the small of my back, because he wasn't there a few moments ago?
May I be bolder, Your Majesty.
Yes. You do as you like, Xavier. How are we all feeling?
Not necessarily.
I can't stop smiling. My back hits the cold control console, but Xavier's warm hand shields me from it. Oh, special awareness. That is so good. When it's so attractive when a guy just knows that you can get hurt from something, so they shield you. Like the little things like that. Entwined in the emptiness of deep space, we rush and converge toward a singular point. The blinding light is gone. I can only hear his breath, his emotions, his desire. The world is seemingly reduced to only us. Ah! Royal Theatre, several days later. When Xavier took me from the Cloud World starport, he left Sayo a ticket to the Lingering Sword. The Prince's revenge is a story on the stage and a conflict in reality. Even the longest hatred must end. Likewise, every play must have a curtain call. The final act has arrived. Has it been rescripted? In the dim theater, I sit in the center of the front row. Moments before the curtain rises, Sayo arrives. His expression has darkened as he stops beside me.
Watch enough plays, and Your Majesty starts acting as well.
Watching and performing never had a clear distinction. It's a classic tale, a prince who's been betrayed, a revenge that's long overdue, and an inevitable sacrifice. Everyone can see a reflection of themselves in its tale. Do you agree or disagree?
I don't share Your Majesty's taste for leisure, but since you insist, I shall sit with you.
He brushes away the imaginary dust from his robe, lets out a cold snort, and sits next to me. This performance is a play within a play. Let's see how it acts out. Do you see the king on the stage? His schemes will be exposed to everyone through the play.
It's a vulgar tale.
Despite saying it, I notice his clenched fists and pale knuckles. The spotlight focuses on a young man slowly guiding a middle-aged man onto the stage. The middle-aged man's face is pale, his steps unsteady. It's as if each one is draining the last of his strength. The younger man's face is heavy with worry. While whispering comfort, his gaze shows a deep sorrow.
Xavier hast been missing for a year now. My dear brother, thou mustn't keep wasting away. I brought a sedative. Take it first, then rest.
Is there a mistake in the script?
I'm not sure. Let's keep watching.
The scene changes, and the apothecary hands a glass vial to the king's brother.
Your Highness, the dosage must be precise. If the poisoning is too obvious, we won't see another day. Perfect measurements shall make others believe he died from the grief of losing his son.
The scene changes again. The middle-aged man's breath grows weaker. With a barely audible sigh, he closes his eyes. Next to him, his brother smiles.
Starting today, the Cosmic Empire is mine to command.
Wait,
Rings a bell?
isn't this?
About the Grand Elder!
Who changed the play's script?
The theater falls silent. The actor playing the new king is confused and meets Sayo's gaze. Oop, I almost dropped my phone. Ooh, close one. Everyone in the audience holds their breath. It's a predictable twist, is it not?
What are you trying to do?
Allow me to remind you of your deeds.
Let's go! A tall, upright figure walks onto the stage. Reaching the front part of the platform, he stands. Oh, gorgeous! Xavier looks down from above, his voice cold and emotionless. Ooh, I like this music.
In the original play, the prince suspects his uncle is the murderer, yet he hesitates and never strikes. However, I prefer a direct approach for revenge. So I rewrote the script. You don't like it?
Guards! Where are the guards? Seize this liar at once!
Who's the liar here? Since I haven't given out any orders, no one moves. Xavier, or rather, the prince in the play, takes 2 steps forward. He faces the actor who's playing the prince's uncle, but his gaze moves past him to land on Sayo. Confrontation! Let's go!
The Empire's true sinner is you, Uncle.
Indeed.
Have you ever thought about repenting? When you wake from your dreams in the middle of the night, are you afraid?
The actor on stage says nothing. Instead, Sayo's voice plays slowly through the theater's speakers. These are his exact words from 300 years ago. We pull them from the recorder.
After it's done, money, honor, power. I can give you everything you desire. I don't want to see Xavier or a single member of his expedition make it back alive. It's better if their bodies don't return. Then there will be no proof.
Did you hear that, everyone? A spotlight sweeps across the stage and lands on Sayo, who sits in the audience. He's forced to squint. You are caught, red-handed.
300 years ago, you conspired with generals to assassinate the heir apparent. Then you contacted an apothecary to poison the monarch. And today, 300 years later, you abducted the Empress to hide your crimes and seize power. Your crimes can
Xavier.
never be forgiven.
Exactly. Into the dungeon! Xavier looks at me and waits for my judgment. Ooh, I get to pick? Sayo, as your Empress, I declare that you shall pay for your sins with your life. Throw him into a black hole, okay? I got inspired by Caleb. Xavier draws the sword from his waist. The blade pierces Sayo's withered frame. A mix of terror, pain, and relief crosses Sayo, until it breaks into a broken wail. From this moment, evil is buried in the night along with this unfinished play. I guess they got a new ending now. News of Sayo's execution sweeps across the Empire like a storm. The details of that night, along with the altered play, are spun into countless stories by the people's imagination. The streets and alleys know of them. Some praise me for ending Sayo's plot with a merciless decisiveness. Others praise Xavier for enduring endless trials and bearing every humiliation to honor his fallen comrades with his enemy's blood. This is such a good melody. In addition to the gossip and tales, the empty seat in the Assembly of Elders creates new ambitions. So long as that blood-stained bone remains upon the high days, countless people will claw their way toward it. Their hunger is insatiable. The struggle for power will never have a simple ending. It's just a cycle of power. That's how it goes. I rest in my bed after getting a good night's sleep. I've decided to not worry about the future. Did you really get a good night's sleep, or were you up all night? What? Sunlight filters through the heavy curtains and spills across Xavier's face. He's still asleep. I roll over and make the mattress bounce. He doesn't stir. I lean in and blow air at the hair on his forehead. His eyelashes slightly tremble, but his eyes stay closed. His body doesn't move. Come on, sleepyhead. I reach out and touch. He stretches out his arm, pulls me back down, and holds me in his embrace. Look at this cutie! Y'all, he has such beautiful eyes. I was trying to block the light for you, but you don't appreciate my efforts. He is the light. The light was bouncing from our eyes. See, he said it. Xavier kisses me to stop me from talking, okay?
Sleep a little longer.
I can't. I'm hungry. What are your plans next? Xavier sits up and faces the sunlight.
I plan to leave in a few days. I'll work with the Imperial scholars and install a trail of eternal lights across the space stations. They'll be similar to a chain of stars. Those lights will serve as a guide from the interstellar gate to the Cloud World starport.
You're doing this for your expedition? Xavier nods. Buried in a starship lost in deep space, their remains will never return home. That's sad. I hope these lights will guide their souls to where they belong. Come back soon. And before you go, have your identity verified by the secretary. You won't need guards to announce your arrival when you enter the palace then. Xavier raises an eyebrow.
Your Majesty is making an exception for me? Aren't you afraid of the gossip?
Didn't I say you were my favorite? You're oh! You're my favorite. Of course I'll make an exception. Y'all, that was an abrupt cut. Okay. Anyone else think that that felt abrupt? Okay, we're gonna do the Kindle again, and this time I'm gonna fail with that Kindle moment. Oh, he looks so good.
You gave away the Celeste tiding I gave you just like that.
But it worked.
They'll be here soon. What's the plan?
Right. This is the plan. Y'all, I camped with her.
Stop struggling. You can't escape.
That's not too funny. But it came back. This looks the same though. Okay, so not so different then, but it wasn't too different anyway. It was subtle. Although the other were also sudden. And now, let's go for the bad ending. I don't wanna... Oh my gosh, you know what, guys? Now I got Xavier's mullet inside of my head.
When time and space...
If they have a rerun of the Catch-22, I must have Xavier's card. You know what? I'm gonna get everyone's card.
Your Majesty, look!
Raphael and Caleb. Those two I have. But the mullet. I need the mullet for Xavier. He looked fantastic in it. Xavier and Raphael with the mullet. Silas also looks super good with it. Like, all of them look super good in it, but Raphael and Xavier definitely took the prize. Oh, I'm so sorry, Pookie. I have to do this just to see what happens. And you know, to get all the crystals. The unknown means danger. It'd be better if I didn't take the risk. I'm so sorry. I closed the sleeping pod, summoned the Imperial Guard captain, and ordered him to send it back into the boundless cosmos. Let me guess, then Sayo probably ends up killing us or something. Only after a significant amount of time had passed did I learn a truth. If you fear the unknown, you lose your chance to embrace hope. Because we wouldn't have been able to do this without Xavier. Trapped in an endless struggle with the Assembly of Elders, I discovered the only path I could walk was one lined with thorns. The constant strife left me weary in body and spirit. What ended my suffering was a familiar blade. One day, Xavier stormed into the palace alone, and drove his sword through Sile's body. Whoa. So he managed to come back after all. Okay, that's good. I feel fine with that. I never learned how Xavier survived. I only know that his body was covered in scars and his eyes held nothing but cold indifference. Oh my gosh. What has he been through? Out in the universe, just drifting. After the assassination, the balance of power teetered on the edge of collapse. The order I had worked so hard to preserve disappeared. So it all just crumbled. Xavier's return was brief, yet the reason for decades of irreconcilable division could be traced back to that day. After every exhausting council meeting, I wondered if this was the price I paid for refusing to save him. Also, you knew. Day after day, year after year, I dragged the Empire's broken body. I didn't need the interstellar gate to glimpse into the future. The ending was clear. Guess it's not your reign anymore. Ooh. Okay, at least Xavier was alive, so I'm happy with that. I'm like, every time MC dies, I'm like, okay, that's sad, but at least it's not my husband's. Xavier's is done now. Oh my gosh. Okay, so far I really love the three of them. Absolutely fantastic. Now we have Zane and Silas left. And I have all of the cards. So, yay! And now I need to farm. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye!